going to explain you about a solenoid. Solenoid is a long coil of wire consisting of closely packed loops. When current flows through a solenoid, it behaves like a bar magnet. Yeah. So solenoid means, suppose if a paper cylinder is there, on the paper cylinder, you go on winding a wire. What kind of wire? Insulated copper wire. And also closely packed. Large number of turns will be there. So that the length consisting of this large number of turns will be much greater than the radius of each turn. Such a one is called a solenoid. Solenoid is important because solenoid can be used for making what you call electromagnets. To make the magnetic flux maximum, that means the increase, we can use a solenoid. Electromagnets. The strength of an electromagnet can be increased by using a solenoid, right? So when current flows through a solenoid, it behaves like a bar magnet. But only a difference is that in a bar magnet, a magnetic field exists inside and outside both, right? But in the case of a solenoid, the magnetic field exists only inside. Magnetic field is existing outside also, but that is negligibly small. Solenoid also has two poles. One is north pole and the other is south pole. So here this figure shows a solenoid when current flows through that. It is just like a bar magnet only. These are lines of force. One end is north and the other end is south. Right? How can we know that which part is north and which part is south? For that, Ampere's right hand rule is used. Solenoid is held with the right hand such a way that the curl of the fingers is in the direction of the current in the turns. Then the thumb will point towards that end, which is north pole of the solenoid. What this law is called? Ampere's right hand rule for the pole of a solenoid. So north pole can be obtained in this case and the other will be naturally south pole. This diagram is also important. Lines of force diagram for a solenoid is also important. You have to draw this and practice it, right? Now we can calculate the intensity of magnetic field inside a solenoid. I told you that the magnetic field is maximum only inside the solenoid. Outside it is negligibly small. Why it is negligibly small? That is also very easy to understand. Because inside the solenoid the lines of force are crowded. And also you will see that it is more or less parallel. Hence we can say that the intensity of magnetic field inside the solenoid is uniform and also it is strong enough. Outside it is negligibly small because the lines of force are going apart from one another. So this is a very good assumption we have to do always. The intensity of magnetic field is maximum only inside the solenoid, but outside can be taken to be equal to 0. And this direction, the poles, how to determine the poles also, you have been made clear about that. Now we will find the intensity of magnetic field inside a solenoid. So this figure shows the section of a solenoid. That is, axis wise it is, length wise it is cut into two pieces, right? Yeah. One part is shown here. Here in this case also, to find the intensity of magnetic field inside the solenoid, we have to use Ampere's circuit law. This is another application, right? Okay. For using Ampere's circuit law, we need a closed magnetic path. You can imagine a closed magnetic path like this. That is PQRS. Length of the solenoid is capital L. It is small l written, it is capital L. And also you see that this much part PQ length is equal to small l. Let us assume that the magnetic field inside is shown by this arrow mark along the axis like this. Okay? Length of the solenoid is length of this section PQ is L. One more thing is that this solenoid has smaller number of turns per unit length. Smaller number of turns per unit length means small n is equal to capital N divided by capital L. Right? It means capital N is total number of turns in the solenoid divided by total length is equal to number of turns per unit length. So this is such a solenoid that has number of turns per unit length is equal to small n, total length is equal to capital L, hence the number of turns per unit length is equal to small n. Right? We can calculate now the intensity of magnetic field inside. So to find the magnetic field inside, we will use Ampere's circuit law. We have to find the line integral of the magnetic field over the closed path PQRS. Closed path PQRS is equal to simply line integral BDL plus P to Q BDL plus Q to R BDL plus R to S BDL plus S to P, actually S to S, not S to P BDL. Then that is equal to PQRS, the closed path we will get. That is it, but the intensity of magnetic field, that is line integral of the magnetic field P to Q BDL is equal to P to Q BDL cos 0. Why cos 0? Because PQ is along the direction of the intensity of magnetic field. Therefore, if you take a small length dl along PQ, that dl and B both are the same direction, therefore theta is equal to 0. That is equal to B into L. Why B into L? Because P to Q dl is equal to integral P to Q B dl. B is a constant inside. So B into integral dl within limits of P to Q, that is equal to L, because PQ is equal to L. This is equation number 1. Right? So that we got it. Other terms will go 0. Why that? Because Q to R, QR is perpendicular to the value of the direction of intensity of field, intensity of magnetic field. So perpendicular means theta is equal to 90 degree. Therefore, BDL cos 90 is equal to 0. This one is S to R. S to R is a part of the closed path, that is outside the solenoid. Outside the solenoid also the intensity of magnetic field is 0. Therefore, this also 0. And again, S to P is again perpendicular to the magnetic field intensity direction. This also 0. So this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. So the closed integral B dot dl for the closed path PQRS is equal to P to Q BDL cos 0, that is equal to BL only. Now by Ampere's circuit law we have closed path line integral of the magnetic field over a closed path BDL is equal to mu 0 into current enclosed by the closed path PQR, right? PQRS P, okay. That is equal to mu 0 into number of turns in PQRS into I. In unit length of the coil, small n number of turns are there. So L length of the PQRS part, the number of turns is equal to N into L. Through each turn, the current is equal to I. Therefore, total current enclosed by the path PQRS is equal to NLI. So we can say line integral of the closed path B dot dl is equal to mu 0 NLI. So both are, the left hand sides are same. Therefore, the right hand side also must be same. Therefore, we can write BL is equal to mu 0 NI. Or B is equal to mu 0 N and cancel mu 0 Ni for air or vacuum. For a medium other than air or vacuum, we have to apply the relative permeability of the medium mu r. Hence B is equal to, for a medium other than air or vacuum, B is equal means intensity of magnetic field inside a solenoid. B is equal to mu 0 mu r Ni. That is equal to mu n because mu r is equal to mu by mu 0. Right? It can be proved that at the ends of the solenoid, the magnetic field intensity B is equal to half 1 by 2 into mu 0 Ni for air or vacuum. That means the intensity of magnetic field inside is maximum, center part along the axis is maximum, but at the ends of the solenoid, the intensity becomes just half, that is equal to half mu 0 Ni.